Okay, so we're back part 2. Like I say, with the guitar, again, we have root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2 on up. Okay, but in cello, it goes backwards. So when we start at root 2, 3 here, we don't go to 4, 5, 6, and 7 root 2. In root 2, 3 with cello, start up here. You can start string shapes anywhere. String shapes is the root, the 2, the 3. Okay, we're adding the 4 because we're locking into the D shape 2, 3, 4. So root 2, 3 locks in with 2, 3, 4. But we recognize root 2, 3 anytime. It's just simply root 2, 3. And then 2, 3, 4. So in the cello, since it's in fifths, we'd have to play like that. So we go that root, go the root, root 2, 3, but then to go up in the cello, we're going to play the 4, and then we're going to go to the 5, 6, 7, whereas with the guitar, root 2, 3, when you're going down, goes to 5, 6, 7. Here's root 2, 3, or then 7, 6, 5. Okay, but if it was cello, you'd have to play 3, 2, 1, and then go to the right 7, 6, 5 to create that fifth interval. Okay, so when we play cello on the guitar, all right, if we're going that way, we're going staircase this way. If we're going up, we're going staircase up this way. With the cello, if you want to play, so let's just look at the cello string shapes here. Whoa, this thing is big, and I'm not sure how to play it yet, how I'm most comfortable. But when we play, let's say root 2, 3, okay, like that. Now, the next thing we would do is go to the 4th, and then 5, 6, 7. So we play start to finish roll. Like that, okay? Now, if we wanted to play the guitar on the cello, what happens now is a different matter. Okay, when we go root 2, 3, right? Then we're going to have to go over this way. We can't do that because we don't have. So let's do it on the 2nd string. We can't go over like that. Then 4. We have to hit our 4. Now the next string shape up is going to be the one underneath root 2, 3, which is going to be 5, 6, 7. So it'll be. See that? So you can play guitar, if you're comfortable with guitar, you can look at it that way, or you can just look at it as the string shapes are double string shapes that are locked in. They always have to be locked in, so no matter what it is. Let's look at a Phrygian. 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, 7 root 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7 root 2, root 2, 3. Okay, you see start and finish. So there, no matter where you're going, and then you can go to 4 there. Once you go to that 3, if you want to go directly to 4, you have to go over a whole step to the next one. So if we're on root 2, 3 on guitar, you're going to 4, 5, 6, you have to go over a whole step. Here's your whole step. Oh, my dog is choking. Why don't you drink some water? You know, they'll never drink water. You have to put some milk in their bowl. Then they'll drink it. Okay? So, you know, let's change the subject. So that's what's going on. I don't suggest that. I mean, I'm covering all bases here. If you're comfortable playing cello and you pick up a guitar, hey, I want to play, you know, so I want to do this thing root 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. But then the fifth is going to be a whole step to the right. Okay, so it'll be root 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, 7 root. Now 6, 7 root is a G string shape, right? Because E is the sixth. E is the sixth of G string shape when we're playing an open G. 6, 7 root. So we've got 6, 7 root up here. Where do we have our 6, 7 root? I forgot where we were. Alright, so we were pretty much here, A, B, C. Okay, that's G string shape to E. So it's like cage. G string shape goes to E string shape. Okay. Where's E? Goes to D string shape. Okay. So that's about the gist of today's lesson. I just wanted to give you the good news that the cello is now, I've lowered the action. I took a hammer, I took a knife, a sharp one, and just, you know, got to the thick of that knife and just hammered and chopped it down. You know, I measured it about a ½ centimeter, and the action is, you know, it seems acceptable. Haven't got any rosin on the bow and all that stuff. You know, so that's about the size of it. I'm just gonna maybe add this on to yesterday's lesson. We'll just maybe add a couple onto yesterday's lesson, and we'll be done. Okay, so let's look at a couple of more things before we're finished. This is today's. This is playing how you would look at the C box on the guitar. Now this is the short C box, but remember one thing about the C box on the guitar, it doesn't, you don't need to play the long pattern on the C box, but you can. Here's a short pattern, and here's the long pattern. So we expanded that short A to, takes us right into the next cage from C. C goes to A. We're on that A cage. Okay. Wow. Funky tuning there. Hey, it's been a good lesson. Let's just, you know, I just wanted to say that I needed to stipulate about the long and the short yesterday. I apologize for calling this the long pattern. It isn't. It does. The C is the only box, and actually the E box. Let's look at the E box. Has a peculiarity. Guess what? You can play the whole E thing practically in one box. Let's verify. We'll be talking about how to do these on cello in the future. Yep. The E box is also blessed with the fact that you don't even have to play the long pattern, but I can do it. Now, we only had 2 members of that long pattern to make that long pattern, so it was just by choice that we played it there. But if you had an E, all right, and you wanted to put a capo on that E, yeah, if you put a capo on that E, it's a different story. Now that E is a little high for this capo, so let's just put the capo on this E instead of this high B rather. Now, what? No, you actually don't need the capo. You don't need the long pattern there either. Okay, so we're good. Hey, it's been a great lesson. Sorry for the little mix-up. See you next time. Keep watching.